earlier on, I remember the first time I went off by myself. And so someone gave me a little cabin in Georgia, and I went down there. And the third day I came home and it was silent, and I realized for the first time I'd never been alone. And during this loneliness, I get flashes, and not of people I wanted to be with. It was every time someone had hurt me, or I might have hurt someone. It was like not good things that were all coming up, and I was kind of looking at the fire, and it was a while into the fire, and there was two little flames that were individual little flames over here, separate from the dancing big fire, and they were like their own little creatures, you know, and they were kind of doing their thing, and they seemed like their prime directive was to join the big fire. You know, but if they do, when they join the big fire, they die. They're no longer these individual things. To me, you know, I'd been trying to be an actress, which is like, hi, I'm my own individual. And here, you know, that would be a definition of hell, you know, to join and then you disappear. I became kind of just fascinated and mesmerized by this, and that night I didn't go to bed. I stayed by the fire, and I went to sleep together. And when I woke up the next morning, I knew something was different. And I couldn't figure it out until I realized I wasn't lonely anymore. And I was never lonely again after that moment. I was, I'd say the opposite of what I am now. I was very serious. I was always hurt or mad. And I was very critical of myself and of everyone else. So that didn't leave you a lot of friends. And I read a book called Love, Medicine, and Miracles by Dr. Bernie Siegel, where he worked with terminal cancer patients. And I thought, we've got this ability to heal ourselves. I didn't want to wait till I was going to die to get it. But, you know, love wasn't my thing. You know, I was like a cynical New Yorker, and I was like, so I did a love experiment, and I went, okay. So every time I was somewhere, I was like, okay, where's the love in this situation? All right. You know, and I was doing that, walking down the streets of New York, and I remember one time things weren't going well, and the people behind the counter were overwhelmed, and everyone was mad at them, and so I went up to them and said, okay, what's a loving thing to say? Because I just didn't have that muscle. And I went, okay, and I said something like, wow, you've been working really hard, you did a really great job, and they turned and they go, oh, you saw that, and they turned to me with this awe, and I went, whoa, whoa, and they just gave me this wave of stuff, and suddenly I felt good, and I thought, oh, this is a really cool experiment, you know, and I started doing that, and then slowly over a course of like a year, you know, I wasn't having arguments with people, and I didn't have people I was upset with, or, you know, and things on the outside got better. I don't know how that happened, and I thought if I just keep doing that love thing, everything works well. So that was kind of my bailout thing, like, when in doubt, do this love thing. Who I wanted to talk to back then, I've become that person. So I'm that person for other people now. Part of the deepening has been this not a sense of separation. So it's all kind of this balancing, satisfying, rich balancing, and you balance energy with emptiness, and you balance, you know, and the fabric is love.